Northern Colorado. This is Marty, K0MLG, Kilo 0, Mike Lima Golf. I will be tonight's net control station for the NCARC TechNet. The purpose of the TechNet is to enlighten amateur radio operators on topics of a technical nature. We will do our best to answer any tech questions for the benefit of all of those who are listening. If there's a subject that has never been made quite clear to you, this is a great opportunity to find an answer. If anyone feels they have info that will help regarding the subject, please give your call sign and net control will call on you. This is a directed net, may be interrupted at any time for any emergencies or priority traffic. Are there any emergency traffic or priority traffic right now? Hearing none, I will continue on. If there is an emergency or if you have priority traffic, please say break, break, break. We will suspend the net, acknowledge you, and take care of the traffic at that time. All licensed amateur radio operators are encouraged to check into the net. Club membership is not required. It is encouraged, but never required. And we're taking check-ins for the purpose of counting participation, and we've so far been having a pretty good turnout, so much appreciated. There's never any checkout required. Once you check in, if you need to go take care of something, feel free to leave at any time. All right, this next part's important, and I'm going to touch on this just a little bit. When checking in, please give your call sign slowly, first alphabetically, then again using the standard ITU phonetic alphabet, along with your name and location. Now, the other day I said location is not important. Thinking about that, that's a little bit wrong, and I'll touch on that in a bit. When checking in, please state if you will have a topic that you want to discuss or any questions or anything you want to talk about. Just let us know or let me know at the time that you check in. This is Marty, K0MLG. I'm located near Wellington. I'm first going to take check-ins from anybody that may be on Echolink tonight. Echolink stations, please come now. Hearing none, I am going to take check-ins slowly. I'm not going to do groups of 3. If you go slow with your call sign alphabetically, ITU phonetics, name, location, and if you have any sort of traffic or questions or comments, go ahead and call now.
This is N0NYY, November 0, November Yankee Yankee, Bart in Evans. I don't have anything for the net.
K0, HAK, Kilo 0, Hotel Alpha Kilo, Dave in Fort Collins, no traffic.
KF0, EBS, that's Kilo Foxtrot 0, Echo Bravo Sierra, Kirk in Fort Collins, no traffic.
AE0KO, Alpha Echo 0 Kilo Oscar, Brad, mobile in Fort Collins, no traffic.
This is B0YDN, Kilo Bravo 0, Yankee Delta November. Eric, Pinewood Lake, with a question.
Stand by. Had a double there. I'll acknowledge those that have checked in. NYY Bart, HAK Dave, EBS Kirk, 0KO Brad, Yankee Delta November Eric. There was a double in there. I believe it was Greg, but that doubling station, go.
That's correct, Marty. This is N0EMP, November 0, Echo Mike Papa, Greg in Fort Collins, with Debbie, K0DBE, Kilo 0, Delta Bravo Echo. No net traffic, but I have an unrelated question for you after the net.
Copy that. Got EMP Greg, DBE Debbie. Well, now go ahead and take more check-ins. Please come now. Just go slowly, please. Thank you.
This is A9 FBO, Whiskey Alpha 9, Foxtrot Bravo Oscar, Bob in LaPorte. No traffic.
Any other people to check into tonight's TechNet? This is K0MLG. Go ahead.
I do have a question, but it's low priority.
Must have been a triple. I called for more check-ins, and then there was 2 doubling stations. So flip a quarter, see who goes first. I'll just try to sort you out. Go ahead.
0 ENC, Whiskey 0 Bravo, November Charlie, Bob and none. No traffic for the net.
This is KF0 KOX, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Kilo Oscar X-Ray, Dennis and Greeley. No traffic.
All right, we'll hold up there. We've got FBO Bob, BNC Bob, and KOX Dennis. Any more check-ins for tonight's TechNet? Go now.
This is KF0 GQH, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Golf Quebec Hotel, Kent in Wellington. No traffic.
This is KA6 ETE, it's Kilo Alpha 6, Echo Tango Echo, Jim in Loveland. No traffic.
KD0 YOP, Kilo Delta 0, Yankee Oscar Papa, Scott in Fort Collins. No traffic.
Hold up there. Got GQH Kent, ETE Jim, and YOP Scott. Any other check-ins for tonight's TechNet? Go now.
This is AE3TB, Alpha Echo 3, Tango Bravo, Tom in Wellington. No traffic.
This is K0MLG, Marty near Wellington with tonight's TechNet taking check-ins. Any more check-ins for tonight?
This is KF0 LAU, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Lima Alpha Uniform, Lorraine and Wellington.
KF2 MI, Whiskey 2, Mike, India, Charlie, Mark, Loveland, No Squirrel. One announcement about this week's ham radio lunch.
Hold up. Got Lorraine, LAU, MIC Mark, and Delta Sierra Station in Lakewood. Go.
Yeah, this is Norval, KF0 LDS, Kilo Foxtrot 0, Lima Delta Sierra. I have no questions this evening.
Copy that, Norval. Any other check-ins for tonight's TechNet?
This is AE0 Alpha Echo 0 Charles Foxtrot, Ben Fort Collins.
There was a double with Ben, doubling station. Go.
This is K0AZA, Kilo 0 Alpha Zulu Alpha, Ron in Fort Collins.
All right, any other check-ins for tonight's TechNet?
KD0EXB, Kilo Delta 0, Echo X-Ray Victor, Brian Greeley, no traffic.
Copy that and hold up. Looks like I forgot to acknowledge AE3 Tango Bravo. Tom, I got you in there. You were right above the other Wellington check-in of Lorraine. Ben, Charlie Foxtrot got you. AZA Ron got you. EXV Brian got you. Any other check-ins for tonight? Go ahead.
November 0 Bravo, November Kilo, Rick in LaPorte. No traffic.
Copy that. Got Rick in there. Anybody else?
N1XSU, November 1, X-Ray Sierra Uniform, Ryan in Lafayette. No traffic.
Okay, one more call, and then we'll continue on.
Jean asked me if to check her in. She's across the room here. N0 QXQ, November 0, Quebec X-Ray Quebec, Jean in Evans. No traffic.
Copy that. Thanks for checking in, Gene, from across the room via BART. QXQ, XSU, and B&K Rick. I'm going to go ahead and carry on with the net. I'm going to clear up a little bit of standard procedure, protocol, and etiquette for nets. And I and some of the other TechNet gurus, managers, the tech guy, the guys that have volunteered to do this, that's not the leaving the gals out. We just haven't have any volunteer. Well, kind of got a volunteer. I know Kari is a listener, or should be, so I'll give her a chance to check in. This net is for anybody and everybody. I don't care if you just got your license, you just got your radio today, and have never even talked to anybody, or if you've been doing it for 75 years, it doesn't matter. It's for anybody and everybody. But there is a standard protocol for doing it, and I'll explain why. So this is Marty, K0MLG, and we like to have your name alphabetically and phonetically, using ITU phonetics. Just for an example, like Gene, N0QXQ. All right, you hear QXQ, sometimes a Q and a G, you might want to transpose, as I do anyway. And when you hear Quebec, X-ray Quebec, then you know it's QXQ. There's some other ones in here that are sometimes hard to hear alphabetically. So if we do standard ITU phonetics, it just makes it a lot easier for net control. Of course, we want to know your name. We don't want to just have everybody by a number. The location for the TechNet, not a big deal. Really don't care. However, if we program everybody to check into a net, no matter what it is, a TechNet, a club net, an Aries net, a weather net, whatever net it is, if you are accustomed to giving your call sign alphabetically with phonetically, and your name and your location, and if you have traffic. Now, if you don't have traffic, I don't want to hear you say no traffic, because that's basically a waste of airtime. I like to have short communications, especially my example is the marathons that I manage, just the communications, not everything else. But I want short, precise, and if you have no information, there's no reason to tell me that you don't have anything. That's just me. Other net managers can do it the way they want to, and I really don't care if you tell me. It's not a big deal. All I'm saying is this protocol is put in place to help net managers, to help everybody else that's listening, and to get us trained so when there's actually, say, a weather net, and Ron's down in Fort Collins, well, I'd kind of like, for a weather net, we're going to ask you what part of Fort Collins, or Lafayette. That's the reason we do it. It's not picking on anybody. We want everybody to be happy. This is supposed to be fun. Even Aries nets should have a little bit of fun. It's not all pros, dot your I's, cross your T's. So with that said, are there any other check-ins for tonight's net? This is Marty K0MLG taking check-ins, or if anybody has any questions for me now on the subject, go ahead.
MIC question.
Go ahead, Mark.
Marty, how much precision do you want in our location? I identify as Mark Loveland. Do you want Mark North Loveland, or give me some answer?
No, for the TechNet, it's no big deal. Like I said, I really don't care where you are, other than the fact it's training. I have talked with the other people who run these TechNets and I said, look, we can use this as a training, and you guys and gals are getting trained and don't even know this. We're asking this for a specific reason. So when National Weather Service, when let's just say there's an Aries weather net, and Mark checks in, well, I've got 2-inch hail in Loveland. Well, we're at Loveland. Well, this is my location in Loveland. Net control will pass that information on to NWS. That's when we want precision. I say we. That's when net control wants a precision location. Just 2 years ago for Veterans Day, Rick FUN and I were downtown Loveland watching the Veterans Parade. We had 2 inches on our shoulders of snow in about maybe 45 minutes. 5 blocks north of town, there was no snow. West, east, and south, there was no snow from nowhere. It was just downtown. And so that is the answer. Not for TechNet, no precision. Just name your town. If you're mobile, like Brad did, he's mobile Fort Collins. That's good to know. Yeah. Hopefully that answers your question, Mark. Go ahead.
Roger that. Thank you.
You're most welcome. Any other check-ins or comments or questions?
and why. If I may add a little tiny piece to that, there's a lot of people that check into this net that are very new to ham radio. You are certainly welcome. The new people are one of the primary reasons why we do this, so you can have a place to come and to learn. And if you haven't been on the radio much, and you don't know everybody here, when we give our locations, it gives you an opportunity to see, well, how far does ham radio reach? This particular repeater, we've had people down in the Denver area, obviously, Fort Collins, Loveland, Greeley, Evans. What were some of the other towns, Lafayette, that I heard. It kind of, LaPorte, Wellington, it gives people an idea how well does this really work. Tonight, you're not getting a big idea of the reach that this repeater has. But when we get people to check in from Denver or Cheyenne or way out east or whatever, it gives you an opportunity, let me reset, it gives you an opportunity to kind of get an idea, where are all these folks? And if somebody's listening in that doesn't yet have their license, wow, this repeater's pretty good, it works really well. One other comment, with the phonetics, but some people get tired of doing it once in a while, but don't. The reason being, if you go through the alphabet, how many E-sounding letters are there? B, C, D, E, Z, T, G, E. There's a bunch, and you can't tell what they are. And if you're trying to write this all down and you don't get it phonetically, you can't write it down quickly and go back and then catch up the missing letters and then catch the next guy, and pretty soon you have to call for a break while you catch up with yourself. But if people give you phonetics at a writable speed, you got the alphabetics in the call already, then you do the phonetics at a writable speed, it makes it real easy to not have to go back and clarify. When there's double traffic, you're going to have to clarify. That's just the way it is. So you listen for your call and see right back. If you don't hear it, you might have gotten covered. Anyway, my 2 cents just for the new guys and gals. And zeroing my line back to net.
Yep, good information. And also, if anybody wants to learn how to do net, I am more than willing to teach you how. If you're in the Wellington area, you can come over here to my place, or we could, we can meet somewhere, do it. We can do a mobile net. I've had to do this. I was just talking to my stepdaughter tonight. We were talking about the protocols and etiquettes and stuff, how it makes it so much easier. I had to do a club net last summer on the fly, mobile. So I grabbed a pen and a notepad, threw it in her lap, said, what am I doing with that? And I said, you're going to start taking names, locations, and whether or not they have traffic for the net. I said, okay. So we did it mobile. That's just another example. I can run this net right now by myself. It wouldn't be very safe, but I could do it. I wouldn't be writing the names down, but I could do it. I have done it. It's not fun, but because I just can't read everybody's names and call signs back. But anyway, that's the standard protocol. And if anybody wants to learn, Art, I, myself, Bob, I don't know. I can't speak for Kyle because he's pretty new at this. He's got another commitment tonight. Anyway, we're going to move on. I think we've got everybody on board here. Any other questions or comments? Okay, Eric, KB0YDN. So Yankee Delta November, because D could be a B. Go ahead, Eric, with your question.
Indeed it could. Are you copying me well?
100%.
Okay, there's a method to the madness. I am talking to you on 44275 repeater, and I am up against a hill. I am on the south-facing slope of a steep hill, so it is not, I repeat, not line of sight to horseshoes for me. And tonight I'm watching the repeater go in and out in signal strength, even after the wind's calmed down locally. I'm also watching reflected power right now, and it's being nice and steady. So I was wondering, has that been a problem with the 442275? Or a meta-technical question. Back to that.
So well, the 442, 447. But where you're at, I guess you're kind of lucky to be getting into the 275 to begin with. So what you're saying is the signal that you're hearing today is degraded from what, let's just say, last week when you checked in?
Very much so.
On this repeater, I don't have access to it. ETE. This is MLG.
K6ET. What side of you north or south of Horseshoe Mountain?
I am south of Horseshoe Mountain, and like I said, I've got a mountain right up against me. I actually live on the south slope of that mountain. I'm at Pinewood Lake. Right now, according to Kenwood's meter, it is wandering between 9 and 3, and when it gets down to 3, a little bit of noise comes crackling into it. Usually it takes the meter.
The only thing I could think of with it going in and out like that would be possibly with all the wind we had, something might have got moved up at the repeater site or blown around. Reason you're able to get in is there are loading receivers for this repeater located in various locations. So you're able to get in a lot stronger than you're receiving, would be my understanding and bet on that, but my guess is there's something possibly might have moved in all the high winds we've been getting up here for the past couple of days, which is going to continue through tomorrow, unfortunately, but we will definitely look and see if we can see anything going on with it.
Okay, I expected that people who were in direct line of sight wouldn't see anything at all, but that people just near the fringes of it would start to see problems, assuming the problem is at the repeater. And again, I'm not seeing misbehavior on my end, but that means absolutely nothing. Just because I'm not seeing it doesn't mean it's not there. Anyway, yeah. If you have a voting receiver on Blue Mountain or Green Mountain, that's probably the one I'm hitting. But I'm at Pinewood, like I said. Anyway, back to net. Thank you.
EMP.
Go ahead, Greg.
Yeah, N0 EMP. I don't know if we're linked to Lee Hill right now or not. I don't know if Lee Hill even works right now. But he might be able to get into Lee Hill better than going direct into the 275 if Lee Hill is up. I don't know if he's done that in the past or if, like I said, I don't know if Lee Hill's even up right now.
Yes, Lee.
Okay. Go ahead, Brian.
I'm on Lee Hill now, so it's working great.
Copy that. Eric, have you ever tried the 447-750 repeater from your location?
I have not. I didn't know it existed right up until now, but I will make a note of it and give it a test sometime later.
Okay, and the PL tone on that is 141.3. 141.3.
Acknowledge 141.3. Thank you.
Sir? Are there any late check-ins for tonight's net? Please call now with your call sign alphabetically using standard ITU phonetics next, and then your name and location, please.
November 0, Delta, November Yankee, Jim, Fort Collins.
W5BV, Whiskey 5, Victor, Bill, Livermore.
Echo 0, Papa Tango Echo, Mike in Northeast Fort Collins.
All right, hold up there. I have N0 Delta November Yankee Jim in Fort Collins, W5BV Bill, and I believe that was an Echo link coming in with a suffix of Papa Tango Echo. The Papa Tango Echo go?
Yeah, sorry about that. Coming through Echo link right now. Kilowatt Echo 0, Papa Tango Echo, Mike in Fort Collins.
Any other check-ins for tonight's TechNet, please call now. 0 off here at Delta 2.
That's it, Fort Collins.
All right, there's a double Whiskey Zero Oscar. Fill it in.
Whiskey Zero Oscar Zulu Juliet Dudley, Fort Collins.
Okay, that doubling station with Dudley, go ahead.
KE0 STL, Kilo Echo Zero, Sierra Delta Lima, Benjamin, Fort Collins.
Okay, Sierra Hotel Lima. What was your name?
Benjamin.
Okay, sorry, Benjamin. Your signal was just a little bit broken for some reason. Any other check-ins for tonight's net?
Kilo Mike 6, Victor Alpha Yankee, Steve.
Okay, Steve, and your location?
Yeah, I'm in Fort Collins. Got the net.
All right, any other check-ins for tonight's net? Please use your call sign alphabetically and then phonetically your name and location, please.
KD0 RFZ Kilo Delta 0 Romeo Foxtrot Zulu John Cheyenne.
You got a good signal in here tonight, John. And Steve, we got you in there VAY, and Benjamin had to ask for your name. Any other check-ins before we carry on? Hearing none, this is Marty, K0MLG, Kilo 0 Mike Lima Golf. And it looks like we've already addressed Eric's question. And W2MIC, Mark, go ahead with your announcement.
W2MIC, yes, this is the week for Ham Radio Lunch. Ham Radio Lunch is held every second week, every other week. This is the week. Ham Radio Lunch is on Wednesday. That's 2 days from today for the calendar challenge. At 11:30 a.m. at the Perkins Restaurant in West Loveland. The street address for your navigation system is 2222 West Eisenhower Boulevard, also known as Highway 34. If you get to Estes Park, you've gone way too far west. It is it's a get-together. I refer to it as TechNet with lunch. It's typically somewhere between 8 and 15 people with typically several operator centuries worth of experience. If you are a ham and you have questions, it's a great place to come. If you're a ham and you know what you're doing, it's a great place to come because I have questions. If you are not yet a ham, it's a great place to come to find out what the heck ham radio is about. If you're married to a ham or engaged to a ham or divorced for a ham, or, well, actually, we don't care, but come on down. It's a really good time, very pleasant people, and food fights are strictly forbidden, although they do break out now and again. Marty, thank you. Back to that.
You're not going to pull a John Belushi on us, are you, Mark? Okay, good deal. That's always a great time to go down and chew the fat. I had a couple other things I forgot about. I don't know how this popped up on the social media, but, well, the socials know what we're doing. They listen to us. Home Depot has tram coax cable, RG8X, a 500-foot spool for $137.85. It's 50 ohm coax. It's probably as good as anything else that a lot of us are running right now. That's 27 cents a foot for coax. Home Depot. Tram is the brand name. If you haven't ever heard of Tram, they've been in the radio business for decades. RG8X, 500-foot spool.
This presentation was brought to you by the Northern Colorado Amateur Radio Club. For more information, visit our website, ncarc.net. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.